UFC 298, Volkanovski versus Topuria takes place in only a matter of hours, and I'm going to go through my last-minute detailed predictions and breakdown for the whole entire card, starting with the early prelims, ending with the main event, and we'll get started with the early prelim opener of, I'll break down every KO, what happens, detailedly, like what limb will be used for a KO, if it will be like a left hook, right hand, uppercut, maybe a combo, maybe a head kick, flying knee, who knows. And for a submission, every submission I'll be, like if it's an arm bar, if it's a knee bar, if it's a rear naked choke, and I'll call every scorecard if it goes to a decision. Let's start with the early prelim opener of Andrea Lee versus Miranda Maverick. I see a really boring fight here, to be honest with you. I think round one's going to be scrappy. Cards back, big pay-per-views back, big pay-per-view cards starting. I can see it being scrappy early on. Maybe Andrea Lee is landing a few good shots, but Miranda Maverick gets her takedown going, makes it boring, wins the first round. But it's a close round. Lee kind of damaged her. Round two, I can see it being the same story. Andrea Lee just getting out-muscled, getting out-worked by Miranda Maverick. And I can see her starting to frustrate here. And I think round three, Miranda Maverick's going to get dominant position, start landing big shots in Andrea Lee, but not getting the finish. Lee toughens it out, and wins herself or loses herself the fight, and I'll go for like a 29-27, 30-26 decision for Miranda Maverick. We move on up the card. Val Woodburn versus Oban Elliott. I'm gonna go for Oban Elliott by a close decision again. I can see Val Woodburn rocking him in the first round. I can see Val Woodburn, being patient, seeing what Oban has for him. I can see Oban trying to go for like a jab. Overhand right from Val Woodburn, rocks him badly against the fence. Val Woodburn has a big moment. Elliott shoots for a takedown. It gets stuffed. Woodburn's trying to go for it, but he can't quite get the KO blow. Elliott's trying to survive. Elliott keeps jabbing him. And he loses round one, but I think round two, Woodburn will be gassed out. Went for the KO, couldn't get it. And I could see Oban Elliott getting his grappling going and starting to land good shots in round two on Val Woodburn. I think round three, Oban Elliott will start cracking Val Woodburn, start hurting him a little bit. And I could see it being a 29-28 decision win for Oban Elliott. He gets it done. We move on up the card. Josh Quinlan versus Danny Barlow. I'm going to go for Danny Barlow by a first round KO. I think Josh Quinlan's going to go out there and lose the first round by KO. I think he's going to go out there trying to land his right hand, and I can see Barlow sparking him out cold, beating him to the punch with a 1-2 over the right hand of Josh Quinlan, and putting him out cold badly in a first round brutal flatline KO. We move on up the card. Ming Yang Zhang versus Brenton Ribeiro. I'm going to go for Brenton Ribeiro losing. I think Ming Yang Zhang's going to go out there, chop the legs early. Ribeiro's going to try going for a takedown, but not getting it. I think Ming Yang Zhang will crack him over the top in a scrap and put him out by an early stoppage or something like that. I can see it going like a 1-2, ruts him bad, uppercut. Kind of like Justin Tafa's KOs. We'll get to him in a second. We move on. Up the card. Rinya Nakamura versus Carlos Vera. I think Rinya Nakamura is going to get... He has so many ways he can win this, but what way will he go for? It's tough to pick Rinya Nakamura's method of winning fights. I think he'll win with the grappling. I think he's simply just going to I'm not going to really break this one down. I think it'll be pretty boring. But I think he's going to go out there and try and to out-grapple Carlos Vera, and I think he's going to. I can see him dropping him in the first round and like going and be staying in half guard and just winning the fight by decision. Yeah, I'm going to go for that. We move on up the card. Marcos Rodrigo de Lima versus Justin Tafa. Fuck. I was thinking Tafa would KO him, but I don't know. Oh, this one's painful. not painful, but it's just annoying to predict. I'm gonna go with Rogério's fast in the feet. He's got fucking switch hands. Very fast and lots of power, and he's got grappling as well to work with. But he's so chinnable on the feet as well. I'm going to switch my prediction to Marcos Rogerio de Lima. I think, I'm going to go for it. Justin Tough is good, but I think he's too open on the feet. I'm going to doubt him one more time here. So I'm going to go for Rogerio de Lima. Getting caught, but catching him back. Similar to Greg Hardy versus Tuivasa, sorry. And I think he's going to put him out in the first round. So I'll go to Lima being too fast, too quick, and getting himself the KO. Tafa, I'm sorry. Doubt me again. I hope you do. We move on. Up the card. Amanda Lemos versus Mackenzie Dern. I'm going to go with Amanda Lemos. First round KO again. I think this will be a fun-ass card, the way these fights are going to go, in my opinion. I think Dern's going to try to trade on the pocket. Then trying to shoot for early takedowns. And I think she'll lose with a knee up the middle, big combinations after. First round TKO covers up. I'll go with Amanda Lemos getting a quick KO here in the first. We move on up the card. Anthony Hernandez versus Roman Kopylov. The main card now. I'm going to go with Anthony Hernandez. I think Roman Kopylov's going to lose the first round, being over-aggressive. And I think he'll just lose it based off control time and can't get back up. And I think round 2, it'll be the same story, but Kopylov's doing all right off his back, trying to land some elbows. I think Hernandez is going to learn to beat him up with body shots on the ground and start to pound on him. Dominates the round 2. I think round 3, Kopylov's going to try to go for it, flying knee, everything. Gets taken down again and loses the round again. He's gassing himself out. I'm going to go a rear naked choke in round 3 for Anthony Hernandez with a neck crank. Kopylov taps. You can see it being like that. We move on up the card. Merab Dvalishvili versus Henry Cejudo. I'm going to go for Merab Dvalishvili. I think that he's going to win the first round in a close round. I think round 1's going to be really close. I think Cejudo's going to be patient. They're both going to be patient. They're both going to be hesitant early. It'll be either way around. Cejudo's landed more, but Merab's landed harder, I want to say. And landed more leg kicks. They both landed leg kicks. Round 2, I think Merab's going to push him up against the fence. Start landing some decent shots. Win the round just being a little bit more busy in the clinch. Cejudo maybe breaks out at 30 seconds left, but it's not enough. I think round 3 that Merab's going to take him down. Do some work. I think Cejudo's going to get back up. Try to land some shots, but Cejudo's getting caught as well. And having a really frustrating performance loss against Merab Dvalishvili. So I'm going to go 29-28, 30-27. Merab Dvalishvili. Maybe 29-28 across the board to make it at least seem like a decently close fight. We move on up the card. Jeff Neal versus Ian Gary. I'm going to go with Jeff Neal by second round KO. I think round 1, Ian Gary will be doing good. Outlanding Jeff Neal. Just doing a little bit more than Jeff Neal. Jeff Neal's landing some shots here and there, body shots and that. And starting to land front kicks of his own. Blocks head kicks, but tries to land good jabs on Ian Gary. But Ian Gary's just outlanding him. Doing a little bit more in the minutes. And I'm going to go round 1, slightly lean Ian Gary for doing a little bit more volume. I think round 2, Ian Gary, though, is going to get clipped, in my opinion. He's going to get clipped. I think Rousey goes for a head kick. Left hook from Jeff Neal, right hand, down the pipe. Puts Ian Gary down. Gary tries going on a single leg, but Jeff Neal's pounding him out with shots on the side on the jaw. And puts Ian Gary out cold badly. And Gary's a meme forever. We move on up the card. Robert Whittaker versus Paulo Costa. I think this will be a pretty boring one. But Robert Whittaker's simply outclassing Paulo Costa. And I think he'll win the first round. Costa can't do much. He's back in there after a while. And he loses round 1. Whittaker just wins it easily. Round 2, Costa will start to do well, but Whittaker's still just outlanding him, being a little bit too fast for him. A lot faster than him, actually. And I think he'll just win round 2 easily again, but it's a more competitive round. And round 3, I think Costa's going to be just gassed out, can't do much. And he has a really bad performance, and Whittaker skulls in round 3 again. And tries going for a finish late, but it's not enough. Whittaker wins, though. We move on up the card to the main event. Alexander Volkanovski versus Ilia Topuria. I'm going to go for Ilia Topuria round 2 KO. I think round 1, Alexander Volkanovski's going to start doing well. Looking good in round 1. Landing his kicks. Landing good leg kicks. Ilia's being a little bit patient. Volk's starting to do a little bit more. Ilia's doing well, landing some shots here and there, body shot, but it's not really landing clean. Volk's just getting out of the way of them and parries him as well. And Ilia will try to come upstairs, misses though. Volk tries to kick him up more. Volk's doing well, probably winning the round. Ilia's doing good though, also landing good shots, but Volk's landing shots to that leg of Ilia Topuria, the calf. Ilia checks one. It's a close round. I think at the end, Volkanovski will come in, try to secure himself the round, and gets clipped to one knee with like a left hook from Ilia. Goes down, loses himself the round, and Volk stumbles, kind of like Dillashaw Garbrandt, and stumbles. Ilia laughs at him, points at him. It's a big moment. Volk's good though. Loses the round. He got dropped to one knee. Whatever. Round 2. I think Volk will try being more patient. Ilia's going to start landing his shots. Volk will try countering Ilia. I think he'll try countering it and move to the center. I think Ilia then is going to land a shot. Volk tries to come back with one and gets put down for left hook, right hook. Down on his ass. And I think Volk's going to go down to his ass. And I think Ilia will just pound on him and land big shots and put away Volkanovski and get the title. And I think that's how it's going to go. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Last minute detailed predictions. Hope you enjoyed. Sorry if I rushed it a little bit. Card starting soon though. Peace.